Initially, she gave them the account number. They said there was no name and no account like that. Now, this woman is crying. She's saying Access Bank and maybe the board. According to her, she says she's suspecting that the board members have siphoned these funds and they are trying to frustrate her. With this evidence of this statement of accounts, I also want to believe that something is fishy.
Wigwe, who became MD of Access Bank, where is his factory? Access Bank. What is the practice? They release dollars to them on monthly basis. They use the dollars. If it's at 1 to 100, they will get it through the mailer to say 1 to 200.
Hi everyone, welcome to I'm a Ghana Observer. Today I wanted to talk about a video regarding some shenanigans that took place at Access Bank that very dark black man made. And it piqued my interest because we have Access Banks in Ghana. We have branches of Access Banks in Ghana. I will leave a link to the video on his channel in the description so that you can watch the whole thing there, because I'm going to discuss parts of it. As I was looking into it, I realized the connection to Herbert Wigwe, who died, I think somewhere in February of this year, because they were in the US for the Super Bowl, and that usually takes place first or second week of February, if I'm not mistaken. He, his wife, and son died in a helicopter crash due to bad weather conditions as they flew to watch the Super Bowl. And as I mentioned, this piqued my interest because we have Access Banks in Ghana. So here goes, and I'll be back to discuss.
All right. I have never been more interested in a case like this one. And please, I am calling on the attention of every Nigerian to pay attention to this case. Because if this case is swept under the carpet, gradually a lot of people, including myself and you that is watching this video, might become victim of this same thing in the nearest future. So please pay attention to this case. The brother told her that the GT Bank account had 10 million. The brother then told her that the Diamond Bank account had 2.9 million and the Keystone Bank account had 3 million. And the last Diamond Bank account, which he does not touch, he only puts money inside, he does not use it. That one has over 500 million naira. She then went to Access Bank, Diamond Bank, and said, my brother said he has 2.9 million in this particular branch. 2.9 million naira. They said, no, he doesn't have any money in this account. This is where the whole problem started. Then she told them that, no, he told me about GT Bank, it's correct. He told me about Keystone Bank, it's correct. Diamond Bank cannot be wrong. That was how Wahala started. They kept on telling her to go and come, go and come, go and come. At some point, the woman got frustrated and jacked the bank manager, which is also a woman, and started dragging her to the point that they almost naked themselves in the bank. That was when the bank manager now admitted that yes, there is 2.9 million in the account. Take the 2.9 million. Immediately they started processing for cash. While they were counting the money, the bank manager now told her that but you can open an account with our bank. She now said, if you want me to open an account with you, you can see that. Why did you lie that my brother does not have this money in this account? And after how many weeks of going and coming, you frustrate me to this point and now you are telling me to open an account? She said no. They counted cash of 2.9 million and they put it inside her boot. She then drove off. So it's now remaining the account that has 500 million naira. This is where the whole Wahala started. She went to the bank and told them, my brother has over 500 million naira in this account. They said no, that it doesn't have anything in the account. They started dragging. When they started dragging, they brought out BVN. They said, this is the BVN. Please, can you cross-check? Then they now said, initially she gave them the account number. They said there was no name and no account like that. So when they brought BVN, they saw the accounts that was in the BVN. Then I said, oh, yes, there's an account. Access Bank now admitted that there was an account. Then she said, okay, so how much is in the account? They said there's no money in the account. Then she requested for the bank statement. This was on the 30th of December 2019. Access Bank now brought a bank statement of 1 naira 68 kobo. When they brought it, the woman was not satisfied. Because if GT Bank was correct, Keystone Bank was correct, Access Bank initially, according to her, they lied that there was no 2.9 million. Then eventually, after more dragging, to the point that she dragged the manager's shirt, they now accepted. That means she said, it means this 500 million, they don't want to give me. From on the 10th of June 2016, Access Bank skipped to 31st of March 2020. The question is, what happened to 2019? What happened to 2017, 2018, 2019? Access Bank will not talk about that. Do you understand? They skipped to 2020. Meanwhile, the request was that they should bring the details of their accounts from 2016 to date, meaning they were supposed to bring 2017, 2018 account. That was how everything opened. Now, the details Access Bank brought, look up off your screen. You will see opening balance, 0 Naira. So Access Bank were saying, this man opened this account with 0 Naira, and that he has never put money in the account. Now, here's my question. So, if this man opened an account and the account had been dormant since 2016 with 0 Naira in it, why didn't you close the account? Now, this woman is crying. She's saying Access Bank and maybe the board. According to her, she says she's suspecting that the board members have siphoned these funds and they are trying to frustrate her. With this evidence of this statement of accounts, I also want to believe that something is fishy. Now, this case, we're not going to let this case go down, Access Bank. We will not let this case go down. This is not a case that goes down. We will not let this case go down because it only means that our future, the future of our children, say, okay, you keep money for bank for your pikin, something happened to you today. It only means that money no go reach your pikin. So all of you that are planning for your future, if this is true, what Access Bank is doing, the first campaign will be take out your money from Access Bank. Take it out. That will be the first campaign. Access Bank, you people should go through your bank and provide the alleged 500 million. Or you bring a comprehensive bank statement, not this thing that I am seeing here. And if need I remind you, initially, your bank claimed that there was no 2.9 million. After the woman drag and tear shirts, that was when people decided to give her. Now, if you go back to my video, I said this thing one time, that a lot of these bank managers, they eat people's will when they notice that this account does not have any movement. They clear that money. Access Bank, you have been alleged to siphon 500 million naira. So you people will have to provide it.
You heard very dark black man mention Diamond Bank, and apparently they merged with Access Bank in 2019. So they're under the same umbrella. If you have an Access Bank account in Ghana, you better beware. You better be watchful. Because for them to have the chutzpah, I mean, I know most banks are shady anyhow. Most. But to actually blatantly try and steal 2.9 million, and that was Diamond Bank. Again, they are merged. So it's basically Access Bank. To try and steal 2.9 million and almost get in a fist fight, the victim's sister had to jack up the lady before they would admit to the account having the amount of money. And then the 500 million seems to have just vanished into thin air. But this seems to be standard practice by people like Herbert Wigwe and other bank managers, according to this next clip.
How can an MD, who the heck is Emefiele, Elumelu? What did he do? Where is the factory? He was a bank man, a floor bank man. Somehow got license. At the same time, we are Adeola. All of them stupendously wealthy now. Wigwe, who became MD of Access Bank, immediately with the other young man left, has now established a university. he has the temerity to be advertising that university on CNN. Wigway University. That's personally established by him. Where is the money? Where is his factory? Access Bank. What is the practice? They release dollars to them on monthly basis. They use the dollars. If it's at 1 to 100, they will get it through the mailer to say 1 to 200. You see that profit. What do they do with it? Who are the commercial people that really need it and get it? Most people get back to the mala to buy. No, you hardly will get from the bank unless you are. Is that commercial activity? So what they had done to this nation, they must all be invited for discussion, because the rottenness started from that, and it's been going on for years. But it has exploded now on our faces. And what MFLA did, have you ever seen any central bank of any country giving personal loan to individuals? Are we mad? What was going on in his head? Commercial bank? You turn the central bank to a commercial bank. Central bank that should be responsible for your fiscal and monetary policies. They forgot completely. And then he had the temerity to say, I wanted to contest as president because he has stolen so much money.
And this brings to mind that saying, a good name is better than riches. And because of this Access Bank in Ghana, some Nigerians will not let us have our peace. With incessant, and we are developing Ghana, and we are developing Ghana, and we are the ones developing Ghana. Like, really, seriously, don't bring this wahala of money vanishing to Ghana. If they weren't making a profit in Ghana, they wouldn't be in Ghana. If there was no profit, didn't Netflix just leave Nigeria? There must be a reason why. If they weren't making a profit, they would not be here. Trust and believe. And a word to the wise is enough. If you have an Access account, make sure to pay attention to what's going on. Keep your eyes and ears open. As I said, most banks are already doing too much. Most of them are doing too much. We just have to, as usual, be vigilant. Anyway, folks, I'm going to end it here. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for continuing to support my channel. Please do subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.